December 31st, 2001, Monday. The last day of the year 2001. 4 hours and 15 minutes to go until 2002. Another year is gone, and soon another will begin. And changes will soon arise. I've become different since my birthday almost 3 months ago. Now I have a new year to slowly and gradually become more than what I have been. I am single. I am 20. I am working on being financially stable. I am being productive. What a way to begin a new year. Resolutions. To make the most out of the time I have. To have as much fun as possible. To be a better friend/boyfriend if I choose to date. Take all opportunities that arise. Focus on the future. Focus on my art. Go to school, college, or film. Create, create, create. Quote, follow your dreams. Almost Famous, film. If I ever wanted to be what I've always wanted, I have to go get it, not wait for it to come to me. I've always known that. I've just never put it into practice. This is cool. My last entry for this year is the last entry in this notebook. I have just under a page, front and back, left. Work went by fast since I was only one in booth, so I had to do twice the work, which made my periods of doing almost nothing almost non-existent. That doesn't make sense. So I had to do twice the work, which made my periods of doing nothing almost non-existent. I left work a little before 11 p.m., got gas, and drove back to Lenexa. I ended up going over to Will's first. Tim and Will were there. I had talked to Kirk earlier, and he was going to be at Alice's house. Will and Tim were sitting around drinking and waiting on a phone call from a friend of Will's from high school. They were going to go to a party at his place. The friend's place, that is. Also, I guess Derek and Erilyn left Will's a few minutes before I got there. Erilyn. Again, I wrote sighs there, so that's why I sighed. It was Will, Tim, and I when the clock changed from 11:59 to 12 a.m. and 2001 to 2002. Oh, and of course, Freebird was playing. Will and Tim left to go to that party, and I felt like sulking and being depressed, so I didn't tag along. I was going to roll around in my lonely state and go back to work, but I went over to Alice's instead and joined their party for a while. It was Kirk, Mike T, Alice, and Claire. Okay, I'm trying to remember who Claire was. We sat around for a while, them drinking, me not. And boy, was Kirk ever fucking drunk. His voice sounded so weird because he spent all night yelling all throughout the neighborhood. At 1 a.m., Kirk went with me down to work so I could close down the booth. Kirk was already almost ready to throw up, but still having a lot of fun. He kept taking these little foam pieces that we use for making splices from projection and sticking them down his pants. It'd be funny to you if you saw it. At 2 a.m., we were done and headed back to Alice's. Will and Tim were there now, and also Claire's husband. Every year I build up New Year's to be something so huge and then I get disappointed when it never lives up to anything. Then again, it could be a lot more if I let it. I could go to parties if I wanted to. I actually chose not to go. I always prefer to stay with my buds and try to make it amazing. It never is. It's like I always want New Year's to be great, but only for other people. I actually feel like I want to be depressed and alone because that is how I feel now. I feel sad, alone, and scared about what lies ahead. End quote. I hurt so bad inside. I wish you could see the world through my eyes. It stays the same. I just want to laugh again. Korn song, Dirty. End Journal 1.